Have you ever felt like your life is moving in circles, as if no matter how hard you try, the same patterns keep repeating? Or maybe you've wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract success, happiness, and abundance, while others are stuck in a cycle of frustration and lack. What if I told you the answer isn't in working harder, being luckier, or even waiting for the right time, but in something far more powerful that's already within you? Today, we're diving deep into a transformative perspective that has the potential to reshape not only how you see the world, but how the world responds to you. We're going to explore the idea that your consciousness, your thoughts, and your energy are the true architects of your reality. This isn't just a feel-good concept. It's grounded in practices and principles that have been explored by thinkers, spiritual leaders, and scientists for centuries. In this video, we'll uncover the hidden dynamics between your mind and the universe, why your focus holds the key to your experiences, and how small shifts in your awareness can lead to profound changes in your life. Together, we'll walk through practical steps to harness this understanding and apply it in ways that make sense for your everyday life. By the end of this journey, you'll not only have a new lens through which to view your challenges and desires, but also a toolkit to start manifesting the reality you've always dreamed of. So, whether you're here out of curiosity, seeking answers, or looking for a sign to take control of your destiny, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Every single day, we make choices: what to focus on, how to react, and what to believe. These choices may seem small, but they are far more significant than they appear. Imagine for a moment that your attention is like sunlight. Wherever you direct it, growth occurs. If you focus on the weeds of fear, doubt, or negativity, those are the things that will flourish. But if you shift your attention to the seeds of hope, possibility, and gratitude, an entirely different garden begins to bloom. It's easy to underestimate the power of focus, especially when we're bombarded by distractions and negativity in our daily lives. Think about how many times you've found yourself ruminating over a bad experience or replaying an argument in your mind. Did it solve anything? Likely not. What it did do was drain your energy and reinforce the very feelings you didn't want. The energy we give to something, whether positive or negative, is what keeps it alive. Consider this: your mind is like a radio dial. Whatever frequency you tune into is the experience you'll hear and feel. If you're constantly tuned into the stress and fear station, that's what will dominate your reality. But you have the power to switch the dial, to redirect your energy to the peace and opportunity station. It doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges. It means choosing to engage with them from a place of strength and clarity. Here's a story to illustrate this idea. There was once a man who always seemed to attract difficulties. No matter how hard he worked or how much he planned, things would fall apart. Frustrated, he sought advice from a wise teacher. The teacher handed him 2 jars, one filled with white stones and the other with black ones. Every time you focus on something positive, the teacher said, place a white stone in your pocket. Every time you dwell on the negative, place a black one. At the end of the first day, the man's pocket was heavy with black stones. But as he became aware of his focus, he started making a conscious effort to notice and appreciate the good around him. A kind gesture, a sunny day, even the sound of laughter. By the end of the week, his pocket was overflowing with white stones, and something remarkable had happened. He felt lighter, more optimistic, and more capable of facing life's challenges. The circumstances of his life hadn't changed overnight, but his perception had, and with it his energy and opportunities. This simple exercise reveals a profound truth: what we focus on expands. If you constantly dwell on what's missing, what's wrong, or what could go wrong, you create more of that energy in your life. But when you redirect your attention to what's working, what's beautiful, and what's possible, you begin to attract more of those experiences. Now, let's address an important question you might have. What about the bad things that happen? Should I just ignore them? Not at all. Life will always present challenges, and it's essential to acknowledge them. But there's a difference between recognizing a challenge and feeding it with your energy. Think of it like a fire. You can acknowledge that the fire exists without pouring gasoline on it. Instead, You focus your efforts on solutions, opportunities, and lessons. Here's a practice you can start today. Take a few minutes in the morning to set an intention for your focus. Ask yourself, what do I want to grow today? What energy do I want to bring into my interactions, my work, and my thoughts? Write it down if it helps. Then, throughout the day, notice when your attention drifts to negativity or worry. Gently bring it back to your intention, like guiding a wandering child back onto the path. Remember, the universe is always listening. The energy you put out is the energy you receive. If you consistently focus on what's wrong, the universe will reflect that back to you. But when you focus on gratitude, possibility, and love, you create a magnetic field that draws those very things into your life. This isn't just a spiritual idea, even neuroscience supports it. Studies show that our brains have something called neuroplasticity, the ability to rewire and strengthen the pathways we use most often. By repeatedly focusing on positive thoughts and experiences, you literally reshape your brain to make optimism and resilience your default. Think of it as planting a garden. You wouldn't water weeds if you wanted roses to grow, right? The same goes for your focus. Starve the weeds of fear and negativity by withdrawing your attention, and nurture the flowers of hope and possibility by giving them your care. The shift doesn't happen overnight, and that's okay. Just like any skill, it takes practice and patience. But the more you commit to redirecting your focus, the more you'll notice subtle and then profound changes in your reality. This is where the journey begins, and it's just the first step toward unlocking the immense power within you. Let me know when you're ready to dive deeper into this journey and uncover more ways to transform your life. There's so much more to explore, and I promise the best is yet to come. Your focus is only the first piece of the puzzle. The next step in transforming your reality is understanding the power of your thoughts. Thoughts are not just fleeting ideas or random chatter in your mind. They are creative forces that shape the world around you. Think of each thought as a seed. The ones you plant and nurture will eventually grow into the circumstances and experiences of your life. But not all seeds are worth planting, and not all deserve your attention. Here's something to consider. Not every thought that crosses your mind is true, helpful, or worth believing. Our minds are incredible storytellers, but they often weave narratives based on fear, insecurity, or past experiences rather than reality. For instance, have you ever caught yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed"? These thoughts might feel real in the moment, but they're often just echoes of old fears, not reflections of your true potential. So, how do we take control of these thoughts? The first step is awareness. Pay attention to the stories your mind is telling you. When a negative thought arises, pause and question it. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me? Is it even true? Often you'll find that these thoughts are simply habits, patterns your brain has developed over time. And the good news? Habits can be changed. Let me share a powerful example. Imagine a woman named Sarah who constantly told herself, "I'm terrible at public speaking." Every time she thought about speaking in front of a group, she felt a wave of anxiety and heard that familiar voice in her head saying she wasn't good enough. One day, she decided to challenge that thought. Instead of accepting it as fact, she began to replace it with a new one. "I'm learning to be a confident speaker." At first, it felt unnatural, like trying on a pair of shoes that didn't quite fit. But the more she repeated it, the more her brain started to believe it. Over time, Sarah's actions aligned with her new thought. She practiced, improved, and eventually became someone who spoke with ease and confidence. This practice of consciously choosing and feeding positive thoughts is incredibly powerful. Neuroscientists call it cognitive restructuring, but you might think of it as training your mind to work for you rather than against you. The key is consistency. Your brain doesn't change after one or two attempts. It's like building muscle at the gym. You have to keep at it even when it feels hard. One way to strengthen this practice is through affirmations. These are simple, positive statements that reinforce the reality you want to create. For example, if you struggle with self-doubt, you might say, "I am capable and deserving of success." If you're working on attracting abundance, you could affirm, "I am open to receiving unlimited opportunities. The trick isn't just to say these words mindlessly, it's to say them with emotion and belief, even if you're still working on fully accepting them. But what about the negative thoughts that keep creeping back in? It's important to understand that you can't always stop these thoughts from appearing. That's just how the human mind works. However, you don't have to entertain them. Picture your thoughts like clouds passing through the sky. You can observe them without getting carried away. When a thought like, "I can't do this," arises, imagine letting it drift by like a leaf floating down a stream. Then, redirect your focus to a thought that empowers you. Let's take this idea further. With a simple exercise you can try today. Set aside a few minutes to write down your most persistent negative thought, the one that holds you back the most. Then, write down its opposite, the empowering belief you want to cultivate. For example, if your negative thought is, "I'll never succeed," its opposite might be, "I am capable of achieving my goals." Keep this empowering thought somewhere visible, a sticky note on your mirror, a reminder on your phone, or a note in your journal. Every time the negative thought arises, consciously replace it with its opposite. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but can it really work? The answer is yes, but only if you commit to it. Changing your thoughts isn't about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on the version of reality you want to create, even in the face of challenges. Over time, this shift in focus and belief will start to reflect in your actions, decisions, and ultimately your outcomes. Remember, every thought you think is a choice. You can choose to dwell on the thoughts that limit you, or you can choose to cultivate the ones that empower you. It's not always easy, and there will be days when the old patterns feel overwhelming. But each time you choose a positive, empowering thought, you're taking a step closer to the life you want to create. This journey is about more than just thinking positively. It's about rewiring your mind to align with your highest potential. And as you do this, you'll begin to notice subtle changes in the way you see yourself, the opportunities that come your way, and the energy you bring to the world. Let me know when you're ready to continue, because there's so much more to explore about how your thoughts, words, and actions can shape the life of your dreams. We're just getting started. Your thoughts create the foundation, but there's another layer to shaping your reality: the words you speak. The words you choose carry immense power, often more than we realize. They are not just sounds or symbols, they are declarations that the universe listens to. The way you speak about yourself, your life, and your circumstances directly influences what you experience. Here's an example. How often do you hear people say things like, "I'll never be good at this," "That's just my luck," or "I'm not smart enough to figure this out"? These might seem like harmless comments in the moment, but they act like commands to your subconscious mind. Your brain doesn't differentiate between a joke or a genuine statement. It takes your words as truth and works to align your actions and perceptions with them. Think of your words as the programming language of your reality. Every time you speak, you're writing a line of code that your subconscious will execute. If your words are filled with doubt, negativity, or self-criticism, that's the program your mind will run. But if your words are empowering, positive, and aligned with the life you want to create, your mind will shift its focus accordingly. Here's a practical way to start noticing the power of your words. Pay attention to how you describe your challenges. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," try saying, "I'm figuring this out." Instead of declaring, "I always fail," shift to, "I'm learning from my mistakes." These small changes in language might feel insignificant at first, but they have a profound impact on how you perceive and approach the world. Let's explore how this works with an example. Imagine a man named Alex who's been struggling to find a new job. Every day he tells himself the job market is terrible, and I'm probably not qualified enough anyway. These words shape his energy, and over time he starts applying to fewer positions, putting less effort into his applications, and feeling more defeated. Then one day, Alex decides to change the script. He starts saying, "The perfect opportunity is out there, and I'm preparing myself to find it." With this new mindset, his actions shift. He updates his resume with enthusiasm, reaches out to his network, and applies for positions with confidence. Over time, his reality begins to align with his new narrative, and he lands a job he never thought possible. The power of speaking in the present tense also cannot be overstated. Many people make the mistake of framing their desires in the future. They say things like, "One day I'll be successful," or "Eventually I'll find happiness." While this might seem harmless, it sends a message to the universe that what you want is always out of reach. Instead, frame your desires as if they're already true. Say, "I am successful," or "I am happy and fulfilled." Speaking in the present tense creates a sense of alignment between your thoughts, your words, and your actions. It's natural to feel some resistance when you start this practice. Saying, "I am confident" might feel like a lie if you're struggling with self-doubt. But here's the secret. Your subconscious doesn't care whether something is true or false. It cares about repetition and emotion. The more you affirm something and the more emotion you attach to it, the more your subconscious starts to accept it as reality. Here's an exercise you can try. Think about a goal or desire that's important to you. Write down a single sentence that affirms this desire as if it's already true. For example, if you want to improve your health, you might write, "I am strong, healthy, and vibrant." Place this affirmation somewhere you'll see it every day, on your mirror, your desk, or as a reminder on your phone. Each time you see it, say it out loud with confidence and emotion. Over time, this practice not only shifts your mindset, but also influences your actions, moving you closer to your goal. Now let's address a question that often comes up. What if I don't believe the words I'm saying? That's completely normal, especially when you're first starting out. But remember, belief is like a muscle. It grows with practice. The key is consistency. Even if you feel silly or doubtful at first, keep repeating your affirmations. Over time, they will start to feel more natural, and you'll begin to notice subtle changes in your energy and outlook. Another powerful way to use words is through gratitude. Gratitude is like a magnifying glass for abundance. When you express gratitude for what you have, you shift your focus from lack to fulfillment. This doesn't mean ignoring your challenges. It means acknowledging and appreciating the good that already exists in your life. And the more you focus on what you're grateful for, the more you'll find to be grateful for. Take a moment right now to think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. Maybe it's the warmth of your morning coffee, the support of a friend, or the simple fact that you're alive and capable of change. Saying these things out loud or writing them down can immediately shift your energy and set a positive tone for your day. Words are tools, and like any tool, their impact depends on how you use them. You can use them to build, empower, and inspire, or you can use them to tear down, criticize, and limit. The choice is always yours. By consciously choosing empowering words, you begin to rewrite the story of your life, one sentence at a time. Let me know when you're ready to continue, because there's still so much more to uncover about how your energy choices and intentions can shape the reality you experience. We're building a foundation here, and the next layer will take us even deeper into the incredible power you hold. While your thoughts and words set the foundation, the real transformation begins when you align them with your actions. The bridge between intention and manifestation is built with action. Small, consistent steps that bring your desires into reality. This is where many people get stuck. They think, if I just focus and speak positively, everything will fall into place. But the truth is, thoughts and words are only part of the equation. Without aligned action, they remain untapped potential. Let's imagine your reality as a garden, and your desires as the seeds you plant. Your thoughts are the sunlight, your words are the water, but your actions are the hands that nurture the soil. Without taking the time to tend the garden, even the most fertile seeds won't grow. The same is true for your life. Action gives your intentions momentum, allowing the universe to meet you halfway. Here's where things get exciting. When your actions align with your thoughts and words, you create a powerful feedback loop. Each action reinforces your beliefs, and those beliefs fuel further action. For example, if you're striving to become healthier, affirming, "I am strong and vibrant" is a great start. But when you pair that affirmation with tangible steps, like going for a walk, choosing nourishing foods, or setting a regular sleep schedule, you're signaling to your subconscious that you're serious about this change. Over time, those actions reinforce your belief, and the belief fuels even greater commitment to your goal. A powerful story illustrates this. Picture a young artist named Mia. She dreamed of being a successful painter, but for years, she told herself it was impossible. "I'll never make a living from this," she would say. Her thoughts and words kept her stuck, and as a result, she took no action toward her dream. One day, Mia decided to shift her mindset. She started affirming, "I am a thriving artist, sharing my work with the world." But she didn't stop there. Every day, she dedicated time to her craft, even if it was just an hour after work. She shared her paintings on social media, reached out to galleries, and connected with other artists. At first, progress was slow, but her consistent actions aligned with her new belief system. Within a year, she had her first gallery showing, and soon after, she was selling her work to collectors worldwide. The lesson here is clear: action transforms possibility into reality. But what if you're unsure about what actions to take? This is where listening to your inner guidance becomes essential. Your intuition is like a compass, pointing you toward the steps that will bring you closer to your goals. Often, the path forward isn't a straight line. It's a series of small, seemingly unrelated steps that eventually connect in ways you couldn't have planned. Take a moment to reflect on a goal you have. Now ask yourself, what is one small step I can take today to move closer to this goal? It doesn't have to be monumental. If you're working toward financial freedom, it could be as simple as researching budgeting methods or setting up a savings account. If your goal is deeper connection in your relationships, it might mean sending a thoughtful message to someone you care about. The key is to start. Momentum builds with action, and each step brings clarity for the next. Here's another important point. Don't let the fear of imperfection hold you back. Many people hesitate to take action because they're afraid of making mistakes. But mistakes aren't failures, they're feedback. They're the universe's way of guiding you, showing you what works and what doesn't. Think of a baby learning to walk. They don't give up after falling a few times. They keep trying, adjusting, and learning until walking becomes second nature. The same principle applies to you. Every misstep is an opportunity to grow and refine your path. Let's also talk about energy. The energy behind your actions matters just as much as the actions themselves. If you're taking steps out of desperation, fear, or obligation, that energy will influence your results. But when your actions are fueled by enthusiasm, curiosity, and belief in your potential, the outcomes are vastly different. It's the difference between dragging yourself to the gym out of guilt versus going because you're excited to feel strong and vibrant. The action might look the same, but the energy behind it creates a completely different experience and result. A practical exercise to align your actions with positive energy is this. Before taking any step toward your goal, pause and ask yourself, how can I approach this with joy and intention? If the task feels daunting, break it into smaller, more manageable pieces. Celebrate each step, no matter how small, and acknowledge the progress you're making. This practice not only keeps you motivated, but also reinforces the belief that you are capable and deserving of achieving your desires. Finally, let's address the importance of consistency. One-time actions, while valuable, won't create lasting change. It's the daily, repeated actions that compound over time and lead to transformation. Think of it like filling a jar with drops of water. Each drop might seem insignificant on its own, but over time, the jar fills and eventually overflows. The same is true for your efforts. Whether it's practicing a skill, building a habit, or working toward a long-term goal, consistency is the secret to success. At this point, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but what if I lose motivation? That's natural. Motivation ebbs and flows, but discipline and commitment keep you moving forward. When motivation fades, reconnect with your why. Remind yourself of the deeper purpose behind your actions. Visualize the life you're working to create and the joy it will bring. And remember, it's okay to rest and recharge. Progress doesn't require perfection. It requires persistence. You're building a foundation of aligned thoughts, words, and actions, a powerful triad that will transform the way you experience life. When you combine these elements, You become a co-creator of your reality, actively shaping the world around you rather than simply reacting to it. Let me know when you're ready to continue, because we're about to delve into something even more profound: the role of emotion and energy in amplifying everything we've covered so far. This is where the magic truly happens, and I can't wait to share it with you. Emotion is the secret ingredient that ties everything together. Your thoughts, words, and actions are powerful. But when you infuse them with emotion, they become unstoppable forces. Emotion is energy in motion. It's what gives your intentions life and amplifies their impact on your reality. Without it, even the most positive thoughts and affirmations can feel hollow. But when you feel the energy behind your desires, you create a magnetic pull that draws them closer to you. Let's dive into why this happens. Think about a time when you felt truly excited, passionate, or deeply joyful. Your energy was likely vibrant and contagious, affecting not only your mood but the people and events around you. On the flip side, recall a moment of deep frustration or sadness. That energy likely influenced your action, thoughts, and even how others responded to you. This is the essence of emotional resonance. The energy you emit shapes the energy you receive. Now here's the key. Your emotions act as a signal to the universe. When you align your feelings with the outcome you desire, you're essentially tuning into the frequency of that reality. It's like a radio station. If you want to hear a specific song, you need to tune to the right frequency. Similarly, if you want to attract abundance, love, or success, you need to embody the feelings associated with those outcomes now, even before they manifest. This might sound abstract, but it's actually very practical. Let's use an example. Imagine you're trying to attract financial abundance. Instead of focusing on lack or scarcity, shift your emotional state to gratitude for the abundance that already exists in your life. It could be as simple as appreciating a hot meal, a roof over your head, or the opportunities you've had. By feeling abundant now, you align yourself with the energy of abundance, making it easier for more to flow into your life. One of the most effective tools for cultivating these emotions is visualization. Visualization isn't just daydreaming. It's a powerful practice of creating mental images that evoke the emotions tied to your desires. Here's how to do it. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and imagine your ideal reality as vividly as possible. Picture the details, what you see, hear, and feel. But don't stop at the image itself. Focus on the emotions. How does it feel to achieve your goal? Joy, confidence, peace. Let those emotions fill your entire being. For example, if your goal is to start your dream business, visualize yourself standing in your office, surrounded by a team that believes in your vision. Feel the excitement of signing your first major client, the pride of seeing your efforts come to life, and the gratitude for the freedom you've created. The more vivid and emotional your visualization, the more powerful it becomes. Here's a fascinating fact. Your brain doesn't distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. Neuroscientific studies show that when you visualize something intensely, your brain activates the same neural pathways as if you were actually experiencing it. This is why athletes use visualization to enhance their performance. They're not just imagining success, they're training their minds and bodies to expect it. But visualization is just one piece of the puzzle. Let's talk about the role of gratitude in elevating your emotional state. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrational states you can embody. It's the act of appreciating what you have while opening the door for more. When you're in a state of gratitude, you're telling the universe, "I recognize and welcome abundance." And the universe responds by giving you more to be grateful for. Here's a simple practice you can start today. Every evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand. Even small moments of joy, like a kind word from a friend or a beautiful sunset, count. As you write, take a moment to feel the gratitude in your heart. This practice not only shifts your focus to the positive, but also trains your mind to seek out more reasons to be grateful. Another essential aspect of emotion is trust, trusting in the process, the timing, and yourself. It's easy to feel doubt when things don't happen as quickly as you'd like. But trust isn't about blind faith. It's about knowing that the seeds you've planted will grow in their own time. Imagine planting a tree. You wouldn't dig up the seeds every day to check if they're growing. You trust the process, watering and nurturing the soil until the tree eventually sprouts. The same principle applies to your desires. Trust that your consistent thoughts, words, actions, and emotions are setting the stage for your reality to shift. One of the most common blocks to trust is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But here's the truth. Fear is just an emotion, and like any emotion, it's temporary. When fear arises, acknowledge it without letting it control you. Ask yourself, what is this fear trying to teach me? What action can I take to move through it? Often, fear is a sign that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, a necessary step for growth. To move through fear, focus on cultivating the opposite emotion, courage. Courage doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means taking action despite it. Each time you act courageously, you reinforce your belief in your ability to handle challenges, and that belief creates a ripple effect in every area of your life. Finally, let's talk about alignment. Alignment is the state where your thoughts, words, actions, and emotions are all working together toward a common goal. When you're in alignment, life feels effortless. Opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere, and you move through challenges with grace and confidence. This isn't luck, it's the result of creating harmony within yourself. If you're feeling stuck, take a moment to check in with yourself. Are your thoughts supportive of your goals? Are your words reinforcing those thoughts? Are your actions consistent with what you want to achieve? And most importantly, are your emotions aligned with the reality you're working to create? When one element is out of sync, it can create resistance. But when everything aligns, you unlock a flow state where possibilities become limitless. You've come so far, and there's still one final piece of this journey to uncover. Let me know when you're ready to continue, because in the next section, we'll bring everything together and explore how to maintain this alignment and create a lasting transformation in your life. We're almost at the finish line, and the best is yet to come. At this point, you've uncovered the key elements of creating the life you want: your thoughts, your words, your actions, and your emotions. Together, they form the foundation for transforming your reality. But how do you sustain this transformation? How do you make these practices a way of life rather than a fleeting experiment? This is where mastery comes in. Mastery of your energy, focus, and alignment. Mastery doesn't mean perfection. It means consistency, adaptability, and a commitment to growth. Life will always throw challenges your way. That's part of the human experience. But when you've built a strong foundation, those challenges no longer feel like roadblocks. Instead, they become opportunities to learn, grow, and refine your path. One of the most powerful ways to sustain your transformation is through daily rituals. Rituals aren't just routines. They're intentional practices that ground you in your purpose and keep your energy aligned. A morning ritual, for example, can set the tone for your entire day. It might include a few minutes of meditation to center your mind, affirmations to align your thoughts, and a gratitude practice to elevate your emotions. These small actions, when done consistently, create a ripple effect that influences every aspect of your life. Let's create a simple daily ritual that you can start using right away. Begin your day with 3 deep breaths, focusing on the feeling of calm and presence. Next, state 3 affirmations aloud, choosing ones that resonate with your current goals. For example, I am confident and capable. I attract opportunities that align with my purpose. Or I am grateful for the abundance in my life. Finally, take a moment to visualize one goal or intention, feeling the emotions of already having achieved it. This entire practice can take less than 5 minutes, but its impact can last all day. Another crucial aspect of mastery is self-reflection. Periodically, take the time to evaluate your progress. Ask yourself, what's working? What's not? Where can I improve? Self-reflection isn't about judgment or criticism, it's about awareness. By regularly checking in with yourself, you can course correct and ensure that your thoughts, words, actions, and emotions remain aligned. It's also important to surround yourself with supportive influences. The people, environments, and content you engage with all affect your energy. Spend time with those who uplift and inspire you, who believe in your potential and encourage your growth. Create spaces that feel peaceful and empowering, whether it's your home, your workspace, or even a quiet corner where you can recharge. And be mindful of the information you consume. Choose books, podcasts, and videos that expand your mind and keep you focused on your goals. As you continue on this journey, remember the importance of patience. Transformation takes time. Just as a seed doesn't become a tree overnight, your efforts will take time to bear fruit. Trust in the process, and don't let temporary setbacks discourage you. Every small step you take is moving you closer to the life you want. Now, let's address one of the most powerful realizations of all. You are already whole. The journey of transformation isn't about becoming someone else. It's about rediscovering the incredible power and potential that already exists within you. Every thought, word, action, and emotion you align with your true self is a step toward living a life that feels authentic, fulfilling, and deeply meaningful. To bring everything together, let's take a moment to reflect on the key principles we've explored. First, your focus is your power. What you give your attention to grows, so choose wisely. Second, your thoughts are the seeds of your reality. Nurture the ones that align with your goals and let go of the rest. Third, your words are declarations to the universe. Speak as though your desires are already true. Fourth, your actions bridge the gap between intention and manifestation. Take consistent, aligned steps toward your goals. And finally, your emotions are the fuel that powers it all. Feel the energy of your desires now, and let that energy guide you. The journey doesn't end here, it begins. The tools and insights you've gained are meant to be practiced, refined, and integrated into your daily life. As you do, you'll begin to notice shifts, both subtle and profound. Opportunities will arise, relationships will transform, and you'll feel a deeper sense of alignment with your purpose. Before we part ways, I encourage you to take one immediate action. Choose one principle or practice from this video and apply it today. It could be setting an intention, affirming a belief, taking a small step toward a goal, or simply feeling gratitude for the present moment. Every action you take reinforces your commitment to growth and transformation. If you found this video helpful, take a moment to like it, share it with someone who might benefit, and leave a comment sharing your biggest takeaway or how you plan to apply these principles in your life. And if you haven't already, check out our previous video, Chosen Ones Stop Working Hard, Start Attracting Wealth Effortlessly Like Magic, for even more insights and practical tools to guide you on this journey. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. You have the power to shape your life in ways that align with your highest potential. Keep moving forward, stay aligned, and trust in the incredible possibilities that await you. Until next time, take care and keep shining your light.